This week in Billionaires Should Not Exist, David Ellison, who is the Nepo baby son of Larry Ellison, the founder of Oracle and the second richest man alive, which I didn't know there was another billionaire I had to be terrified of, but apparently there is. David Ellison is now head of CBS, right? And he and his dad have overseen the Paramount. I mean, he's the head of Paramount. And now they've overseen the Paramount Skydance merger, as we've all heard. And we know CBS is getting rid of Colbert. We know they iced out the, editorial lead of basically their only good news show, which is 60 Minutes. They capitulated to Donald Trump over the editing of the Kamala Harris interview. And which only opened the door for more complaints, because after they paid him out, Kristi Noem went on, I think, Meet the Press or one of the Face the Nation, and they didn't like the way she was edited. So now CBS is changing its tune in order, again, to capitulate to Trump. It's the most bending of the knee network possible. And now they might be offering $200 million to Bari Weiss of the Free Press on Substack, who basically got her fame initially in college trying to harass and dox professors who were at all pro-Palestine. Then publicly, very loudly leaving the New York Times for being too woke, like the Times was too woke, and has continued on with the Free Press being just a massive Zionist, an anti-Arab, an anti-Muslim hate monger. She has spread obviously anti-genocide, propaganda and transphobic propaganda. Free Press defended Elon Musk's Nazi salute. And yet they're huge, right? They have 1.7 million subscribers on Substack. They're one of the biggest, one of the biggest outlets there, brands there. And now they're getting this deal.
I will say though.
Tell me.
I have more than double the subscribers that she does on YouTube. So the Free Press has 300 something on YouTube. And it's like, where's my 100 million? This is a little.
No.
I don't know. I also.
Rich friends.
I'm trying to understand, who are these subscribers on Subs? The fact that she has that many paid subscribers on Substack, what's this audience? Where do they come from? Who are these people that are reading this?
Dude, I
are they all real people, or are these manufactured numbers and put out through Substack accounts?
So I think it was Mark Andreessen of Andreessen Horowitz who was initially invested in Substack. I believe it was. Like Paige can correct me if I'm wrong. But in the beginning stages of Substack, it was a place to fund a bunch of contrarian, people like your Glenn Greenwalds and your Taibis and then your Bari Weisses, right? People who sort of made this really flagrant public, I'm going solo route, and they got very good deals. I mean, we're talking just starting at $100K a year, just to publish on Substack, exclusive deals. I know a lot of those deals have gone away. But you're not wrong to say that it's a little bit fake. It might be fake. It's definitely juked. The Free Press was one of the first, outlets that grew on Substack like that. So who knows the kind of deal that she got initially. But now she's getting an even bigger deal, and she's going to be helming opinion-led content. And by the way, it's crazy because she's so one-sided, and yet when the Paramount Skydance deal came through, CBS had to promise to the FCC they would represent a diversity of political and ideological viewpoints. And I'm like, oh my God, but you pinky swore to the FCC.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to hear all the diverse opinions from the intellectual dark web, like Rogan and Rubin. That was her piece that she put out about all these firebrands who, it's the dark web, backed by corporations and billionaires. But somehow these people are hidden, and you really got to know who they are, because they are the future. And these fucking clowns, it's unbelievable the kind of garbage that this person has put out, failed upward her entire career into this contract and this role. What Meanwhile, some are calling her anti-establishment, the anti-establishment person who's defending Israel, defending the military-industrial complex. Billionaires jumping over themselves to hand her money. Like, what kind of anti-establishment person is Bari Weiss? It's insane.
No, exactly. I mean, she's still gonna that is what I mean. Look at Fox News says. Fox News unironically says mainstream media, as if they aren't mainstream media. That's the whole thing. Trump thinks he's embattled. A piece that is forthcoming that has a little too much Peter Thiel than I would like of mine. Peter Thiel thinks that he's like, he's the underdog. Like, what are you talking about? What world do you fucking live in? Look around you and think, am I the underdog or not? As you gaze upon your staff, wonder whether you're the underdog. But don't worry, there is some good programming. I mean, look, Bari Weiss has overseen incredible things at the Free Press, like a woman named Olivia Feingold going undercover at the Arabs for Palestine conference wearing hijab.
The Palestine Convention being held outside of Chicago by American Muslims for Palestine, which is a group currently facing a congressional probe for its alleged ties to Hamas, which really is the elephant in the room here.
This woman.
Oh, terrifying video.
It's
deep
so,
from within.
I wonder if
bunker.
There's food. So she goes there. She's wearing hijab. She's not Muslim. If I needed to spell that out, she's not Muslim. It just so shameful. She had another hit the other day. Here she is. She went to Columbia University's bookstore. I'm gonna mute it. And she goes to film all of the bad books that are being suggested in the syllabi, diversity and equity in the classroom.
Oh my God. Terrifying stuff.
Frantz Fanon, never even heard of him. What is this?
My God.
Reimagining whiteness. Educated in whiteness. Diversity and equity were triggered by how we get free Combahee River Collective. Like the Combahee River Collective. This is the seminal, piece of Black feminism in the late 70s and 80s. And she's got a problem with that. Reckoning with slavery. Yeah, don't want to do that. Don't want to reckon with slavery ever. A lot of Ruth Bader Ginsburg cartoon. Stuff. I mean, this is the kind of hard-hitting journalism that the Free Press supports. And so, and of course, it should be said that Larry Ellison and his son are huge Zionists. They support the state of Israel. And I've been having this sort of I feel like we're all kind of swallowing this very painful pill that the propaganda machine coming out of Israel, while exposed for being so bald-faced, lying, lobbying the New York Times to issue a correction because the child that died of starvation had a pre-existing condition, that BTW was part of being a malnourished, zygote in the womb. But that despite it all, Dave, they're redoubling the money into this propaganda machine. They're buying more influencers. They are, putting, tens of millions of dollars, the state of Israel, into pushing their line. And look, they don't even really have to with people like Larry Ellison, David Ellison, and Bari Weiss. And I'm just like, I can't.
I will say though, the propaganda is not working on the masses. It's I guess you could argue it's working in the sense that policy isn't changing, but that I don't think would change anyways without different leadership.
Yeah.
So you have a situation where they have poured a ton of money in. There's still, at the best of times, there is the way it's reported often is sort of a both sidesism. And still, despite all of that, you look at polling on this issue internationally, not just the U.S., but Canada, internationally, people are against what Israel is doing, are in support of Palestinian human rights, and it's the propaganda as much as the influence they have, the money they have. It's not working because people can see with their own eyes what is going on.
Oh yeah, I mean, and the other angle to all this is that's sort of ironic. Is the other thing that is not working is the mainstream news model, is television news in general, right? And so a lot of the angles on Bari Weiss are like, is she going to revive CBS? Can she alone? And you're like, no. I mean,
Well,
the sad part is she will have a bigger and largely this is her going legit, right? This is the free press getting, people don't know the backstory of the Ellisons. People are not looking into that. They just know CBS, trusted news. I'm turning it on. And, oh, look, an IDF soldier is talking about how he had to kill the children.
Yeah. I mean, there's a quote from the Business Insider piece on this. The median age for network news is 65. They're very loyal to their particular source of news, and when they feel that source of news is disloyal, they'll switch. So I'm curious if the viewership that does exist for, CBS News, how, if they're going to notice the shift, if they're going to feel it, if it's going to impact, news in any way, or I should say the viewership in any way. But yeah, it's hard to know the actual cultural impact of at least network CBS News. They also mentioned how they think Bari Weiss is going to, or at least the idea is that she'll add potential value through its digital. They say improve its digital chops and reach a younger audience. But is Bari Weiss's audience a younger audience? Like, I'm sure she clearly has an audience on Substack, but is it a young audience that's going to Bari Weiss? Like, I have her audience is Bill Maher. Like, Bill Maher's her audience.
Oh yeah,
That's
She's also being called a millennial, which I'm like, I guess, but
she's out of step with all of us, though.
She is out of step with all of us, and also like it's like her beliefs are so old. She's just, I'm like, I put her at more like 50 or like Gen X.
At best.
No shade, but I'm like, oh God, so young, so hateful. What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/bitchuation room. Do